Hey you guys, this is Shayla Cake 88 again. I am on a roll today with videos, but usually on days where I'm just off, I just have a lot of stuff on my mind. And I was just thinking about my boys because it's just me and my boys. It's been me and them all day today. And I was just thinking about my boys because we were talking, and they're only 3 and 5, so they gonna share some of any and everything with you. And I just find it so fascinating that at this tender age, they just will share any and everything with you. Mommy, I farted. Mommy, I got a boo boo. Just all kind of crazy stuff. How they'll share those things with you. And one thing I hope that my kids learn is that they can always talk to mom about everything. I know as boys, it probably will be so difficult to come and talk to me about things, but I just feel like as parents, it's so important to have conversations with your kids with no judgment. Because in my mind, I was also thinking about, how my kids have no filter, and usually no kids have no filter. That's why I love kids, because they're going to be straight up honest with you. They will tell you the truth to where it hurts, like for real, if you really pay attention. But I was also thinking, thinking that about how kids, they commit suicide, or they cut themselves, or they go into an isolation or into a dark place because they just feel like they can't talk to anybody. Even their parents. And I just find that so sad. And I just really had a reminder that that's something that I really want to make sure that my kids always know, is that they can come and talk to me about any and everything. That, anything that they want to talk about can be talked about with no judgment. And, I just want to inspire other parents, to also be that way, is to never, look down upon your children because of things that you feel like they should do because you do it, or because you feel this certain way. I know for me, sometimes I felt like, my parents or my family was pushing certain things on me that unfortunately I just didn't believe. I felt differently about certain things or certain topics, and those certain things and topics was not accepted. So I got to a point where I started to distance myself away, because it's like, why would I go to a person, or why would I trust a person, or give a person information about me and how I feel, when I know they're going to automatically neglect it, or automatically, say it as wrong or not right if it doesn't exactly match up with how they feel. And not only, you can agree to disagree. There's a way to talk to someone and disagree with them by still showing them that, hey, I disagree, but I understand where you're coming from. And I feel like a lot of the times people will say they disagree with you, and don't even understand. They disagree with you without even understanding where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just so unfair, that people that are like that, they don't understand the harm that they're doing to that person who is just coming for some kind of guidance and advice. And for kids, especially like the teenage age, I think for me, that's like the age, if I ever worked with kids, it would be like an age that I wanted to work with. Because I know for a long time I've always wanted to be like a mentor, like the Boys and Girls Club, just to be able to get in there and talk to kids, and just kind of see what their mind is into, and what they're thinking about, and just kind of being an open door for them, where they can share their problems, share their situations, share how they're feeling. Because it's very hard to find those kind of people that's going to take the information that you give them and be sensitive to it. I feel like that's so important, because even for me, it's very difficult for me to talk to people, because it's like, okay, they're not even feeling what I'm saying. They're not really even understanding what I'm saying. They don't even care what I'm saying. Some people are so caught up in what they feel or what they believe, or just just so into them that they can't even take time to empathize and think about somebody else and what somebody else is feeling or somebody else's point of view. And that's just very unfortunate because, you know, when you really have something going on with you and every single time that you go to certain people, you just never have, you know, someone who is fully understanding of what you're going through. And that has to be very devastating. And I kind of felt like the same way because I feel like I just kind of always grew up that way, that nobody really understood, or people just wanted to throw their ideas and throw their views and you should do it this way and you should do it that way and there's no other way to do it. You know, I don't even care what you have to say, you know. And I feel like people, especially kids, you know, they're not necessarily, they just want people to listen how they feel. You know, that, hey, I'm feeling this way and I just want you to listen, and I just want to know that it's all right to feel this way, and I want advice. I know for me it was like, I want you to give me advice. I want you to tell me, you know, the things that you went through when you felt this way, or how you know about this situation. Like, I want you to share those things with me, you know. So I guess this video is basically for kids and for parents, that kids definitely find someone, even if it's just like a guidance counselor, you know, at your schools and things like that. Just know that there are always options, and there's always people out there that is going to want to talk to you, and they're going to want to help you in the best way that they can. And I feel like it's so very important that right away, before you even face issues that you are going through, that you really want to share with people, that you find that person, you know, whether it's a pastor, you know, someone in your church, someone in your school, a best friend, that you definitely find someone that you can pour out your heart to with, you know, without judgment. And I would hope that for parents that, you know, you have that open door policy with your kids, that, you know, if your kids are thinking about sex, don't just shun them and say, oh no, absolutely not. I'm not going to even tell you why. The answer is no, 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 no. I don't care how you feel. X, no, zero. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like that's not the way to go about it at all. Like, just genuinely be there and say, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you 15, yeah, I remember this age, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you a few things about sex, you know what I'm saying? First of all, sex is a natural feeling. Sex is something that at this age you're gonna be thinking about, you know what I'm saying? But let me just share, you know, more in depth about what you're feeling, you know what I'm saying? And just definitely be open with any conversation that comes at hand. I mean, I feel like that's so very important. And like I said, you know, it was just an eye-opener for me that I always want to be transparent with my kids as much as possible, and I hope that they would be the same way with their dad as well, because I realize that they're probably just not going to be things that they're just not going to share with me, like that's my mama, you know. And I hope that, you know, with their father, they'll be able to feel the same way, that I know I probably could tell mama this, but don't think I want to type deal. So yeah, so I mean, my thing is, parents, definitely be the forefront of your kids and be the number one person that they can be transparent with and tell their deepest secrets to. Be there for them, you know, especially during those tender ages. And I feel like it all really starts from a small age, that, you know, they can trust you, that they can depend on you, that they can tell you anything without judgment. It's so very important, especially nowadays, because like I just did my other video about kid bullying. Like, bullying is real. I mean, it is so real out here in these streets, and it's starting young, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, kids will hide that. Oh, if you tell your mom I'm bullying you or I'm messing with you, you know, you're going to get beat up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You know, all kind of crazy stuff. But you've got to allow your kids to trust you. I don't care what nobody tell you. You tell your parents what's going on and let your parents handle that, because believe they will. Okay, because I know I would be handling any situation that my kids feel uncomfortable about, and I just want them to know that. And parents, I hope you guys feel the same way, that you just take the time to think about when you felt a certain way and people judged you, and you didn't want judgment. You just wanted someone to listen to you and to maybe give you advice, or to tell you what's going to be all right, or to make you feel like your opinion matters. You know what I'm saying? Your opinion matters, and this is how I feel about it, and this is maybe how you should perceive it, or this is, it's okay to feel this way, but let me show you other ways to maybe think about it. Not necessarily make the choice for them, but just be that listening ear, because I really think that that's really overall what it's all about. So yeah, parents, let's get on our game. Let's definitely connect with our kids and connect with each other about how we can just give our kids the self-confidence and the self-love that they need by just being that ear for any and everything, and just allowing them to come and talk to us about any and everything, because that would make a big difference in your child overall, above everything else. So I am done with this rant. I hope you guys like my background, my kids' shower curtain. Cars. But anyway, my name is Shayla Cake 88. Let's connect. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Deuces.